Good evening, students. How are you? Fine. Okay. Now is the session of business study, and in this session, we shall proceed to discuss the next aspect of the nature of management, and that is management as an art. Okay. In yesterday discussion, we came to learn how management is a science. Okay. We also came to know that management is not an exact or pure science, rather it is a soft science. Okay. Today, let us consider management from a different point of view or as an art. But before going in detail of this topic, let us first understand what is called art. Children, you know, art is defined as application of acquired knowledge in a skillful manner to get positive results or to achieve some predetermined goals and objectives. Okay? It means whatever knowledge is obtained in theories, and if that knowledge is practiced by someone to get some positive result, to get some expected result, then this practice of knowledge will be called as an art. Okay? For example, if an engineer is doing the course of engineering from somewhere, and after finishing his course, he practices his knowledge, okay, in his professional life. Then the practice of this knowledge in his professional life will be called as an art. Okay. Thus, art is defined as application of acquired knowledge in a skillful manner. Okay. Now let us consider management as whether it is a science or it is an art. First, let us discuss management as an art. You know, children, there are some basic characteristics of art. Okay? Such as, first of all, art means application of acquired knowledge. Okay? If you apply this characteristic of art to management, you will find that there is an application of knowledge in managerial field. How? The managers also, those who are in practice, but before doing practice they acquire theoretical knowledge. Okay? They can acquire theoretical knowledge in formal way and informal way both. Okay? And whatever knowledge they acquire, they whatever expertise they get, they after learning his everything, if he manages and enterprises, and then he utilizes, then he applies his skills, expertises and knowledge while handling business enterprise and while tackling different business situations, solving different business related problems, then the application of their knowledge will be called as an art. Okay? It reflects the characteristic of management as an art. The second important characteristic of art is that there is existence of theoretical knowledge, right? In the field of any art, there happens to be existence of theoretical knowledge, okay? And so long as management is concerned, in it also there is an existence of theoretical knowledge, and this knowledge has been collected or acquired through researches, continuous researches conducted by different experts and scholars while working in different business situations, okay? So there is existence of theoretical knowledge and ample theoretical knowledge which provides a guidelines to the managers for making decisions and solving different business related problems, okay? Thus, this characteristic of management also reflects that management is an art, right? The third important characteristic of management is that there is personalized application of knowledge. That means what? That means to what extent an artist will be able to apply his knowledge and skill, it depends on his personal talent, personal expertise and personal skills, okay? It may be that the two artists have the same knowledge, same level of knowledge, but they cannot perform in the same way. They cannot perform equally. Why? Because the application of their knowledge will depend on their personal talent, their personal skill and personal expertise, okay? The same way, it may happen that the two managers, even after having the same degrees, the same qualifications or even the same level of knowledge, will not perform equally in the organization, okay? Not necessary that they will achieve equal results although they are having the same level of knowledge. Why it is so? It is so because the application of their knowledge will depend on their personal skills and talent, and the personal skills and talent differ person to person, okay? They are not found equally in all types of the people, okay? It depends on so many factors, okay? From this point of view also, you will find that management is an art. Why? Because the application of existing theoretical knowledge of management depends on personal skills, talent and expertises of the managers, right? Okay, so it is clear that management is an art. Now let us take up another characteristic of management, of art, and that is art depends on regular practice and creativity. That means the enhancement and development of an artist depends on his practices he or she conducts regularly and his creative ideas which the artist applies while performing the art, okay? From this point of view, we will also find in management that those who are the managers, they regularly practice their knowledge in handling different situations of the organization and in solving day-to-day problems, okay, or in managing day-to-day affairs of the business. That means they regularly practice their knowledge in all these, okay? And not only this, but they become creative also while making decisions. They apply their creative ideas also to to exist in the market and to bring something new in the organization. Thus, just like an artist, the managers also perform in the organization while making decisions and solving different problems. Okay? Now it is clear that management is an art. Okay? Now students, a question again may arise that what exactly management is, whether it is a science or it is an art. The observations, researches and studies say that management is science and art both. Okay? As a science, it helps in utilizing the available resources effectively and efficiently, and as an art, it helps managers in making decisions and solving business related problems. Okay? Since management has some basic characteristics of science, therefore it is science, and since it has some basic characteristics of art, therefore it is an art. And finally, management is science and art both. Okay? So now I would suggest you to make a comparative study of management as a science and as an art, and do the related questions whatever have been given in your textbook. And again, if you have some confusions and questions or queries, then you may contact me. Thank you.